Right now at 10, terror at the State Fair of Texas. Gunshots fired, sending families running for cover. We are live at Fair Park with an expected update. Police are giving us the latest information and stories from witnesses who were forced to run and hide.
This is CBS News, Texas.
And we thank you so very much for joining us. I'm Steve Pickett. We continue following breaking news for you from the State Fair in South Dallas. Dallas police confirming shots fired, a suspect in custody. There are victims. All of this happening just a few hours ago. We have team coverage tonight with our Olivia Leach and Nick Starling, both there in the Fair Park area. Nick, we are going to start with you because police have now updated information regarding all of this, right?
That's right, Steve. And we heard from police within just past about 5 minutes, and they tell us that the police got an active shooter call here at the State Fair of Texas around 7:45 this evening, happening inside the Tower building. Now, as you know, the State Fair Tower building is where the food court is, and there's a lot of people inside. And police tell us that somebody shot two guys. The suspect shot at another guy, and police say that they knew each other, and in total 3 people are injured with gunshot wounds, and we're told those 3 victims are right now in a hospital recovering. They should be okay, in stable condition. That's what we hear from police. The suspect is in custody. Now, I asked police if there's more than one suspect out there, because initial reports just said that one suspect is caught. But police do confirm just one suspect, as they know right now, in custody. The suspect tried to run away from police, didn't go far. Police caught that suspect. Now, we do know that the State Fair is closed. After the active shooter call came in, they evacuated the State Fair. So nobody is here except for police. Everybody that's at the State Fair is gone right now. I did speak with a woman just about the chaotic scene. She was actually at the rodeo. Let's hear a little bit about that sound.
What's going through your mind as this is all going on?
Yep, fear, right? Irrational fear, like concerned about my friends and everything like that. Wanting to get in contact with mom. She's an hour and a half away, right? That's what was going through my mind, just really fear.
Now, this is still very early in the investigation. This happened just at 7:45 this evening. We do know that the State Fair ramped up security heading into this season. They have a minor policy. We don't know the ages of the suspect or the victims at this rate, but they do have a minor policy. Anyone 17 years or younger have to have somebody 21 years or older that come into the State Fair after 5 p.m. And they do have a new weapons detection system where you basically walk in and it's supposed to detect any kind of weapons. And they do say the suspect had a gun and came inside the State Fair. So there's a lot of questions surrounding exactly how this suspect was able to bring a gun inside State Fair grounds. That's a big concern from a lot of people I was speaking with, because the weapons detection system is supposed to detect any kind of weapons anybody is supposed to have on them. Again, that is new this year. Police didn't have any response to that. Again, it's still very early in the investigation, and State Fair is directing all questions to Dallas police at this moment. So, Steve, obviously a lot of questions out here on how this all unfolded, but again, the suspect is in custody, and 3 people were shot and recovering right now, and police do tell us that those 3 victims should be okay. But obviously a very chaotic scene. People just wanting to come to the State Fair to have a good time. It's a Saturday, a lot of people at the State Fair, and then this happens. But of course, we'll keep on top of police to get a little bit more information about this shooting.
I heard you talk and ask questions regarding the concern about safety and accessibility to those weapons, Nick. We thank you. Olivia Leach, by the way, also continuing our team coverage, who also spoke to a lot of folks who were evacuated from the State Fair tonight. Clear concerns for so many families and their reaction, because this was deemed an active shooter and people were literally trying to find places to hide. Olivia?
That's right, Steve. You know, what should have been a fun night for families and friends at the State Fair was shattered by gun violence just a few hours ago. And of course, families and all the folks we saw running from Fair Park in the last 2 hours are rightfully traumatized by all of this. I'm going to step aside so you can take a look at where I'm standing. I'm at the main entrance to Fair Park. It's 10 o'clock right now. Normally, families and friends would be streaming out, talking about the moments they had, except now it is completely quiet. There is not many people here, just a few people leaving, a lot of staff leaving. And that's because, of course, the entire park was evacuated 2 hours ago. We reached out to a State Fair spokesperson who told us that, of course, DPD has been coordinating that evacuation. They also told me about an hour ago that anyone inside the park still would be asked to shelter in place. Of course, a really traumatic moment for all of those folks who were still in there and who might not have been able to get out. We now know, as Nick confirmed, that everyone did get out of Fair Park. It is completely empty now. But I did speak to a family who actually got separated in the chaos of evacuating. And this is what one woman said about her experience.
We were walking to get food, and maybe, I don't know, 25 feet from us, there were shots, and everybody ducked, I think, at first, and then started to run, and then people were starting to get trampled, and so I kind of grabbed somebody off of my sister and threw her behind a like food vendors, like in their back area, and we hung out there for a little bit until we could get a hold of my parents and my other sister, and know that my nieces and my dad, who's in a wheelchair, were okay, and we went and met them. So I mean, I feel like there wasn't a lot like that we could see, like shooter wise, like we don't know who shot or whatever, but we just heard everything and tried to get out as fast as possible.
Steve, as you mentioned, just sheer terror inside this park, a place that's supposed to be about fun and family, and all of that just upended by this chaos tonight. We're also getting reaction from a Dallas City Council member, Adam Bazaldua. He said in a statement on Twitter tonight that the park is being evacuated, of course, for everyone's safety. He went on to say it's one thing to have a right to bear arms, it's another to have legislation like permitless carry that makes it easier for senseless acts of gun violence like this to be carried out in our state. Steve, of course, we're going to get reaction from a lot of different city council members and city officials in the next few hours ahead. But of course, we're really thinking about all those folks that were inside this park and were just traumatized by having to witness that, hear those shots, and then run for their lives, as you said. Steve?